What comes next? What direction should I go after I've just spent the last 3 years, if not longer, working on a postgraduate degree from seminary? Well, if you have a mission statement, you know what you're going to do with your life next. My mission statement is to interpersonally educate next generation church leaders in the United States. Having created my mission statement, it was time for my research question. And my research question was, how does interpersonalized practical ministry education equip men for ministry in the future? As I was researching on how to interpersonally educate next generation church leaders, I found that wasn't really the question I was researching. I kept coming up with questions related to discipleship and mentoring and how these relationships can better equip men for ministry in the future. So I decided to go back and change my research question. I changed it from that long mouthful of annoying words to this short, simple sentence. How can we change ministry theorists into ministry practitioners? This was probably the major discovery in my research process, discovering that I didn't have the best question first. It took me a little while. It took me some time to find some resources and study those resources before I found that I was asking a different question than the answers I was looking for. So, I changed how I was researching. I took one of my professor's words quite literally. I dropped down on my hands and knees and started crawling through a section of the library that I knew was connected to my topic, discipleship and mentoring, till I found a helpful resource. That, in turn, pointed me to other resources within the library as well. But I didn't just stick to the conventional books. I even moved online and found some very helpful articles. One being from Mark Dever, in an interview that he had that was recorded in an e-journal online. He talks about how it is a biblical mandate that the church be responsible for raising up leaders. Also in my electronic browsing, I found a book by David Cranston, in which he points out many biblical relationships in which we see mentoring. And that got me wondering, what kind of effects does mentoring have on relationships today? I had my local and my biblical sources. Now all I needed was some kind of social science, and the Journal for the Scientific Study of Religion provided me the perfect source. They had taken a poll to see how effective mentoring was on young people in the church, and the results of the study were conclusive. Mentoring has a major effect on students' lives. In light of all these resources, I decided that my research question needed to change again. And my new research question is, what is the relationship between the church and the seminary for the training of future church leaders in America? Even though my research question changed, my mission statement remained the same. And the major takeaway was, take your time doing your research. You develop better questions as time goes on. Seminary students, please find yourselves a ministry practitioner that you can sit under and learn from. And churches, do not be afraid to take on a young seminarian. Let him practice his theory so he can become a successful ministry practitioner. It is your duty as a church.